I got an awesome show on tap for y'all. So coming up here, we're going to be breaking down the latest rumors around Jim Harbaugh potentially being the next Miami Dolphins head coach. Then we're going to go ahead and break down the Dolphins' first-round pick because there's some news around that. And at the very end of this video, we're going to be breaking down some free agent targets for Miami on that offensive line. What's going on, Dolphins fans? It's Mitchell Renz from Chat Sports, and before we get into today's show around the latest news and rumors, we got a brand new sponsor, and I want to go ahead and give them some love. Major shout out to the Fetch Rewards app, and if anybody out there has receipts just laying around that you want to go ahead and convert into gift cards, yes, I said gift cards. I want you to go ahead and download this free app at chatsports.com/fetch. You're also going to get 3,000 bonus points when you use code Dolphins. The way that those bonus points will officially get onto your account is when you scan your first receipt. I don't know about y'all. I am all about trying to get the best bang for my buck, and this Fetch Rewards app is absolutely going to do that for you. Now, the latest rumors circulating around the Miami Dolphins is, around head coach Jim Harbaugh. Now, the rumor that I am seeing is that apparently Stephen Ross reached out to Harbaugh about the Dolphins head coaching job. The source that is breaking all of this down is DolphinsTalk.com. Now, I don't like to rip on people. I know how difficult it can be to be a content creator, but DolphinsTalk.com is in no way, shape, or form a reliable source. Neither is Fansided, who also wrote about him. Now, the rumor is Harbaugh wants to go to Miami, yet I find that hard to believe a little bit. Now, the rumor is this, that apparently Jim Harbaugh went up to Miami Dolphins owner Stephen Ross and said, "Come get me." I just don't 100% agree with that, because if you guys remember, this is also something that we've talked about on this show multiple times, but we're going to hop back into our time machine, go all the way back to January 10th when my sports update, and basically this was reported by everyone, said that Dolphins owner Stephen Ross, who is a Michigan man, asked about Jim Harbaugh, and he said, "Jim is at the University of Michigan. I'm not going to be the person who takes Jim Harbaugh away from Michigan. I hope he stays there. He is a great coach." So when you hear the rumor that, all right, apparently Harbaugh went up to Ross and said, "Come get me," then you know that Stephen Ross has literally already come out and said that he wants him to stay at Michigan. Here's my question to everyone who's watching. Let me know down in the comments. Would you like it if Miami hired Harbaugh as the next head coach for the Dolphins? I want you to go ahead, spam your Y for yes, or you can go down in the comments section and type your N for no. Would you like it if Miami hired Harbaugh? Now, I don't personally think that Harbaugh is going to be the next head coach of the Miami Dolphins. I'm sorry. I would be absolutely shocked. Now, if you are looking for a more realistic and an actual head coaching tracker, don't worry, we got you covered. They interviewed Mike McDaniel, who is the OC of the San Francisco 49ers. They have requested Vance Joseph. They have requested Kellen Moore, Dan Quinn, Brian Dable, Leslie Frazier, and then Thomas Brown, assistant head coach of the Los Angeles Rams. Now, again, Jim Harbaugh is an absolute pipe dream. I mean, there's things like unicorns I think are a little bit more realistic. In terms of some of these other coaches, sure. Now, these are actual people that I want you guys to at least keep in mind a little bit. All right, Dolphins fans, at the top of today's show, I know I teased you about our brand new sponsor because these guys are freaking awesome. So shout out to Fetch Reward. Now, if anybody's got receipts just laying around, if you want to turn those receipts and turn them into gift cards, here's how you do it. Go to chatsports.com/fetch because it's free to download this app, and then all you got to do is use promo code Dolphins. Now, I'm going to show you how easy this thing is to work and why the Fetch Rewards app is now one of my favorite shopping apps because it pays you back with digital gift cards for scanning your receipts, which you can redeem on purchases at your favorite stores like Target and Amazon. What makes it different from other reward apps is that you can scan both physical and digital receipts. So what the heck are you waiting for? Go ahead, get started now. If anybody can't find the link, it's available for y'all down in the comments and in the description. So all you got to do, chatsports.com/fetch, promo code Dolphins. That's going to get you 3,000 bonus points when you scan your very first receipt. If you're wondering, hey, what does 3,000 bonus points mean? For every 1,000 points equals $1. You're going to be able to rack up points. I've had this app now for 2 weeks. I'm almost at 7,000 points, which means I'm getting close to a $10 gift card. And hey, if I can get some free Starbucks one morning, that's what it's all about. Chatsports.com/fetch. Promo code Dolphins. All right, now I talked to you guys a little bit about Harbaugh, talked about some people who have requested the interview. Now what we're going to be breaking down here is the Dolphins head coach odds, which just continue to change all the time. Bieniemy and McDaniels are at plus 400. Brian Dable's at plus 500. Brian Leftwich, Mike McDaniel, 600, 650. Doug Peterson is at plus 700. Kellen Moore, Todd Bowles, Nathaniel Hackett, Vance Joseph. What I'm trying to get to is this. Jim Harbaugh, who we talked about at the top of the show, is at plus 1,600. He's not even in the top 10. Usually, and not always, but a lot of the times, Vegas knows what the heck is going on. And when you see a head coach is this far down the list, to me, just means that this is really just smoke and there's not a lot of fire. Now, after seeing all those requests for interviews, after seeing all the latest odds, I want you to look into your crystal ball and legitimately ask yourself, who will be the Dolphins' next head coach? Because out of all the teams in the NFL, this has probably been one of the most difficult for me to even wrap my mind around. If I was a Dolphins fan, I would want Brian Dable to have that connection with Tua Tagovailoa. But again, it's not about me. It's about y'all. Who will be the next Dolphins head coach? Now, the next thing we're going to be talking about here is the latest going on around the Dolphins and their next draft pick. So why am I talking about the fact that the 49ers beat the Packers 13-10? Well, remember, the Dolphins have the 49ers first-round pick, and the fact that they won, it means that their first-round pick only gets worse. So you're either going to have 32, 31, 30th, or the 29th overall pick in the 2022 NFL Draft. Obviously, that hurts Miami's ability to be able to get better players, but it is something to go ahead and break down for y'all. Now, the fact that the 49ers were able to win this game, they get to the conference championship. The Packers were unable to do it, and I figured I'd bring up a fun little stat here. Maybe some of y'all don't think it's very fun. This is the last time that a certain team has made the conference championship. The Cowboys, it's been 1995. The Dolphins, 1992. If you guys want to let me know down in the comments what you were doing in 1992, I wasn't even a thought yet. Washington, 91. Lions, 91. Browns, 89. And then you got the Houston Texans, who have never, ever made it, which is not too surprising. They're a new franchise, but still, those are 6 teams that have never, or it's been the last time they've made the conference championships. Houston has never done it. Now, we are 73, just 73 away, wow, from 20,000 subs on this channel. So if you're a diehard fan, you always find yourself looking for content every single day, whether you're going to work, whether you're walking your dog, whether you're going for a run, or I don't know, man, while you're dropping a number 2. I don't really care. I want you to subscribe, stay up to date with everything going on around the Miami Dolphins. Now, the next thing we're going to get into here is some players that I think Miami could go out and target in free agency, because this is usually the time of the year where stuff just starts popping up all over the place. There's articles here, there's articles there, and I think one of our jobs is to actually be able to give you guys good information. Now, if I was Miami, I would say offensive tackle is probably one of the biggest needs for this team, no doubt about it. And in terms of who are the top offensive tackles in this year's free agency class, you got Armstead, who I believe is clearly the best guy. It's just, is he 100% healthy? Orlando Brown Jr., Eric Fisher, Duane Brown. Now, Brown's getting up there in age. If you're looking for a right tackle, I would say it's Morgan Moses. Now, out of those top 5 guys, there's even more offensive tackles out there. Who is somebody that Miami needs to go out and get at the offensive tackle position? Because at the end of the day, if you're trying to keep Tua healthy, if you're trying to keep whoever's going to be the quarterback there healthy, you need to have a solid offensive tackle. So let me know down in the comments who they should go out and sign. Now, with OT, you also need some help on that interior offensive line. So what I did here is this. I gave you the 5 biggest names, the 5 best names for building that interior offensive line. You got Ryan Jensen at center. I think it's clearly the top center in this year's free agency class. The top guard is Brandon Scherff, who's an absolute dog in the running game. Laken Tomlinson, Andrew Norwell, Connor Williams. Just some names to keep in mind. So, obviously, offensive line's the biggest issue here for Miami if you want to be able to go ahead and correct them. So I want you to go ahead and name an interior offensive lineman, guard or center, that you think the Dolphins should sign in 2022 free agency.